Happy Saturday for those of you who are with us live. I'm Bree, and this is a 45-minute all levels Vinyasa yoga class. I'm so glad that you're here. So I don't know about you guys, but I've been feeling let down and I can't quite put my finger on it. But I always like to share these vulnerabilities with you because chances are I'm not the only one that's feeling off. So if you feel that way also, maybe we're watching too much news, maybe a trip has gotten canceled that we were really looking forward to. For me, my daughters were supposed to have their dance recital last night and we were supposed to go away for a staycation and everything is just feeling like nope. We were trying to set up maybe meeting my mom halfway. She lives in North Carolina and we were thinking about maybe Savannah, and it's just nothing's working out. I love seeing all your names. Good morning. Hello. Our theme today is about doing what we love. Because whenever things are not feeling right, if we go back to doing what we love, we will always shift and we're gonna feel better. The quote I wanna share, if you caught my stories, do what you love and let the universe express itself through you. And I just was yes, that's my theme for today. This is what we need. We all need to be doing what we love, and hopefully one of the things that you love is getting on your yoga mat. We're gonna open our heart and we're gonna come back to doing all the things that bring us joy, so that's what expands in our life. Sound good? Give me a thumbs up if that sounds good. So today I'd like, if you can, to start in a hero's pose, which is a bent knee position. If it's not comfortable, try sitting on top of something, even if it's a book, if you don't own a block or an egg or a bolster, right? So you can just kind of lower your bottom here. If it's not available, go to a cross-leg pose, go to easy pose, Sukhasana. But sometimes it's good to change it up a little bit. If we always go in a certain way when I say choose your seat, maybe today choose something that also feels good, but that's different. Even if it's just shifting the cross of the legs. Maybe the left shin's always in front today, put the right one in front. And then once you find either heroes or your variation, you're gonna close your eyes. Draw your shoulders up by your ears, take them back and down. Feel your collarbones, your chest broaden. Palms facing up, open to receiving. And as you connect with your breath, trying to elongate your exhale, know that your yoga begins right now, in this moment. Mind, body, breath. Forming a union, which is what yoga translates to yoke, to come together. As you bring your hands right into your heart center, you can bow your chin to your fingertips. And I want you to think about something that you love. Whether it's a relationship, a hobby, one of your passions. And then ask yourself, are you doing enough of whatever it is? And if the answer is probably not, ask yourself why it's not happening. Maybe even making a commitment to yourself that you will do more of it. When you're ready, let's open the eyes. Send your prayer hands all the way up, open out. Exhale, arms released by your side. So we'll start with a spinal twist. We'll bring the left hand on the right knee. Your right hand can come anywhere behind you. It can reach for your block, your foot. As you inhale, grow nice and tall. And as you exhale, look over your right shoulder. Do it again. Inhale to lengthen. Exhale, twist. And then double helix. So all you're going to do is look over your left shoulder. Body position stays the same. Good. Release that and let's take it the other way. Right hand to the left knee. Again, left hand comes anywhere behind. As you inhale, grow tall so that when you exhale, you can twist deeper. Again, inhale, lengthen. Exhale, twist. Double helix, chin looks over right shoulder. And come back to center and release. So now just sit off to the side. Extend your legs forward. It should feel good after they were bent. Just paddle them out a little bit, shake it out. Maybe roll out the ankles. And then let's come to a child's pose. Toes together, knees open the width of the mat. Sink your hips back, reach your arms forward. And just taking a pause here, not just physically, but mentally. So we can let go of that yuckiness, that heaviness that we're carrying. Because we always have the choice to go back to love. Good, just one more inhale. Maybe an open mouth exhale here. And then let's find puppy pose. You'll come to all fours. You're gonna keep your hips up, but start to walk your arms forward so that your chest comes down. Some of you can release your forehead. Some of you can release your chin to the earth. So it's a nice opener right here from the start. And then begin to walk your hands in, finding tabletop position. Knees under hips. Open that right arm out to the side. Thread the needle. Right shoulder lowers. Right temple comes down. Left arm can reach up. Maybe grab a bind, reaching for your front hip. If you want more, tuck the left toes. Extend the left leg straight. And then any variation, you could stay, add in your balance, flex your left leg. Lead with your heel. Keep it hip height if you do extend the leg up. And then rewind. Left hand frames the face. Right arm reaches up. Exhale, hand comes down. Left arm, other side. Thread the needle. Left temple comes down. This shirt is kind of fun. Right arm wraps behind your back. Right toes can tuck. Maybe lift your right leg. Flex your foot. And just breathe into the shoulder opener. And then release. Right knee down, right hand frames the face, left arm reaches up. And then exhale, take it down. From here, we're gonna find a floating table. So let's just tuck our toes. Lift your knees maybe an inch off the ground. Start to engage the abdominals here. Spread the fingers out nice and wide. And then lift up into turbo dog. So hips up and back, knees are gonna stay bent. And you can take this dog for a walk, straighten through one leg. And then the other. Just go back and forth. Notice how the body's responding. Are you feeling a little tight today? And then just release the neck, shake your head out, yes and no, letting go of all tension. You can even kind of do a horsey mouth, like, that way the jaws release, like let it come through the lips. And then look forward, let's walk our feet to our hands, nice and slow. Feet hips width distance apart, and just let yourself hang heavy. If it's in your practice to grab opposite elbows, give yourself some traction, so it's almost like a picture frame around your head. And you could sway back and forth. This is where we start to say, oh, hello, self. I've missed you. I need to check in more often. And then if you did grab the elbows, release. So now your arms are just dangling here like spaghetti. Keep your chin tucked, and one vertebra at a time, unfurl until you come all the way up to standing. Shoulders drop up, back, and down. Good. Take a step to the top of your mat, big toes together. Mountain pose, Surya Namaskar A. On an inhale, arms reach out and up. Look up towards your fingers. As you exhale, salute the sun. So your fingertips come all the way to the floor. Inhale, halfway lift. Recommend hands on the shins to really create the length in the spine. Exhale, step back, plank pose. First one of the morning, of the day. So pull that lower belly up and in. Know how strong you are. Know you can always modify by dropping your knees. Take one more breath. And then lower either all the way or halfway down, chaturanga. Cobra or up dog. Find your back bend of choice. And then exhale, down dog for 5 breaths. Just notice. I miss you all. I love seeing your names pop up. It makes my heart feel like we are connected, which we are. Take 2 more breaths. Really push into the palms of your hands, pushing that chest back. And then think about your feet growing a whole shoe size. So really reach the heels back. And then look to the top of your mat. You could take the baby steps. You could lunge. Any way you do it, nice and light, feet to hands. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold in. This time, reverse swan. Arms reach out and up. Come to stand. And then exhale, arms by your side. Inhale, arms reach up. Today, let's hook just the thumbs. Span your other fingers out wide. And then take a side bend to the right. Look under your left arm. So try to pull your thumbs apart and then lean that left ear back. Good. Inhale through center. Exhale, other way. I've got 3 devices, so I always notice when my head's chopped off. Pull that right shoulder back. Look under the right arm. And then come back to center. Release the arms by your side. Let's do another round. Inhale, arms reach up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, let's lengthen halfway. Meet you back in plank. You could jump, step, or walk back. Your choice, lower halfway all the way. Inhale, up dog or cobra. Exhale, pulls you back, down dog. So just notice the heat is starting to come, right? We haven't even really done any standing poses as far as lunges go. But this is the beauty. You can already feel the shift. Take 1 more inhale, push back on the exhale. And then look forward. You can bring your toes together, soften your knees, and jump, step, or walk your feet lightly to your hands. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold in. Reverse swan. Inhale, arms reach up. Exhale by your side. Good. So your number B. Chair pose, hips sink back. Inhale, arms reach up. So Surya Namaskar is just Sanskrit. We're going to hold for 3 breaths. Utkatasana is this pose. So we really want to sink the hips. Make sure you see all 10 toes. And then lift your heart, lift your arms a little more. Final inhale. As you exhale, forward fold, let it go. Inhale, create the length. Exhale, chaturanga back. As you inhale, cobra or up dog. Exhale, down dog. Right leg reaches up and back. First one, I always like to bend and stretch. So take the heel to the left glute. Look under your right arm. Feel the space. And then square the hip, extend the leg. Right knee's gonna come through. You might wanna even give it a little smooch. Lightly right foot to the right hand. Left foot pivots flat, 45, warrior 1. Inhale, arms reach. 5 breaths here. So maybe pull the left hip forward. Maybe track into that right knee. Gaze is between your hands. Lower belly draws up and in. Take 1 more inhale. Exhale, hands frame the right foot. Step back. Lower. Inhale, shine your heart. Exhale, down dog. Left leg reaches up and back. Bend the knees, stretch it out. Look under the left arm, find that yummy space. And then square the hip, extend the leg. Left knee to your nose, maybe give it a smooch. Left foot to the hand. Right foot pivots flat, 45. When you're ready, warrior 1. So we're just hanging out here, right? We focus on the alignment. We give the body an opportunity to say, all right, kind of feel it here today. We tweak a little bit, rooting into that left knee, tracking it forward, lifting the inner arch of the back foot. 1 more inhale. Exhale, hands frame left foot, step back, same exhale, lower. Inhale up. Exhale back. You've got 5 breaths here. So by now, body should be feeling warm. Nod your head, yes, I'm grateful.
No, I won't let any negativity affect my mood. Take one more inhale. Exhale, empty the lungs. Look forward, toes come together, soften your knees, lightly bring your feet to your hands. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold in. One more chair pose, finish it strong. Exhale, come to stand and release. Beautiful. Open your feet hips distance apart, hands on your hips. Inhale, create that length. Exhale, hinge, so it's a flat back. And then once the forehead comes down, the crown releases, take your peace sign fingers, you can hook your big toes. Bend your knees as much as you need to get the bind. And then one more time, give me that length in the spine. Exhale, fold in. So you think about lifting your sitting bones, and then I want you to transfer the weight into all 10 toes, balls of your feet. Maybe the elbows bend to the sides. Just saying what's up to those stubborn hamstrings. Sometimes I literally will manually go in there and be like, all right, guys, knock it out. I want you to cooperate with me. So if you're inclined, go for it, right? You're in your own home. It doesn't matter how silly it is. And then you can release the bind from your big toes. Bring your hands back to your hips. And then root into the feet so that you can slowly rise. Beautiful. Big toes together. Inhale, arms reach up. Maybe take a back bend here. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, feeling strong. Exhale, root your hands, jump, step back. So up to you now. You can meet in down dog or work through vinyasa. No matter what, you do what you need to do. We all come to the mat with our different stories, different feelings, and we need to honor. On an inhale, right leg reaches up and back. Step it through. It's a high crescent lunge now. So try to stay on the ball of your back foot. And when you feel ready, inhale, reach your arms up. So the difference here is we don't have as much on the ground. So you can always lower the left knee to modify. On an inhale, reach up. As you exhale, left hand under your shoulder, right arm is going to reach up. You could stay here. You could streamline, taking right bicep over the ear. Beautiful. So from here, we're going to try to come to Vinyasa, side plank. So you're going to come to the blade of your back leg and then scooch this right foot back. Maybe you stack, right? The right arm could reach up. If you're like, not today, drop your left knee. It's all good. So we modify or we amplify. That way we all are successful. Okay, look down, right hand down, right forearm down, left forearm down, hold, forearm plank, 3 breaths. Keep lengthening through the chest. Last one. And then drop your hips. Release the tops of your feet. Sphinx pose here, nice another back bend. If you want a little more, straighten your arms, come into your seal. You could even drop the head. You could even add some neck rolls. And then from here, we'll meet in down dog. So a couple ways you can get there. You can tuck the toes. Your hands could come under the chest. You could do a reverse plank and then push back. Or make it your own, right? Come to tabletop. Left leg reaches out. Step it through, high crescent lunge. So left foot to your left thumb. You stay on the ball of the back foot. Inhale, arms reach up. So remember, your modification is dropping that right knee down. Sometimes I even like to soften it, draw the hip forward, then extend the leg. You really feel it in the psoas. Right hand's gonna come under right shoulder, left arm reaches up, adding in a beautiful twist. I even like to lean back. You could try to see how it feels for you. And then from here, Vinyasa. So you come to the blade of your right foot, the knife edge, and then try to step the left foot back. You could stack it, you can put it in front, modify by dropping right knee. And then from here, keep lifting your hips up, maybe left bicep over ear. And then look down, left hand down, left forearm down, right forearm down. 3 more breaths. You are strong. It all stems through the core, solar plexus. Last breath. Release your hips, release the tops of your feet. Let's take our left ear to the mat, look right. And then just let your arms come by your side. Your heartbeat may be a little bit racy right now. That's good. That's cardiovascular system working for you. Every message is accurately being conveyed where it needs to go. So embrace it. Okay, so we're gonna come into a back bend. Let's interlace our fingers coming into the shoulders as well. It's okay if you want to open your feet a little wider. Keep the tops of the feet on your mat. And then inhale, lift your chest. The arms will reach back. If you want a little more, you can also elevate the legs. Look up, so that's where we go. 1 more breath. And then exhale, toes together, arms by your side, right ear cheek to the mat, look left. So we're going to come to locust pose next. We're going to flip our palms to face down. Some of you like to walk your arms underneath the torso. It's not necessary, but you can try it. And then bring your toes together. Lift your legs. If you want a little more, you can lift your chest. Try to keep your legs and your head in the same plane. So don't let your legs go too high and don't lift your head too high. Keep them kind of in the same plane. And you can even push on the ground to give you a little more lift. 1 more breath. And then exhale, child's pose. Hands by your side. Come back. This time, knees stay together. So you sink your hips back towards your heels. You can even have your hands reach back if you want. And just take a moment here to soften. Knee and down dog when you're ready. Arms walk forward, toes tuck, hips up and back. So span those fingers out nice and wide. Make sure the wrists are not weight bearing, so you can even put more weight into the finger pads. And then right leg is gonna reach up. Step it through, high crescent lunge. Inhale, arms reach. And then we're gonna open out to warrior 2. So it's a heel to arch alignment. Dristi is out over your right middle finger. Again, if you're leaning forward, let that left arm win by a little bit so that your wrists stay lined up over the heels. Dristi, foca, breathe. And then from here, reverse. Right palm up, left arm reaches down the back leg. You can even take a bind by reaching for your upper middle back. Bend your left elbow and see if your fingers can find the right. Now, all the while, you're still bending into that front knee. Warrior 2, straighten your front leg. Heel toe the back foot in 1 time. Triangle. Arms reach, hips go back. Right hand lowers to a block or your shin. You can grab your big toe if it's in your practice. Dristi can either look down towards your right big toe, take out the pressure of the neck. If it's okay, you can look up to the left hand. You could even streamline bicep over ear. Feeling the opening. Engage this right quadricep onto the bone. And then look down towards your right big toe. Let your left arm pick you up. Bring both hands to your hips and turn your right foot in. So we're in a wide leg stance. Edges of the feet parallel to the edges of your mat. Hinge forward. Walk your hands forward, wide leg down dog. So really push the floor like you can move it forward as you send your chest back. Lift the inner arches of your feet so you're really pushing into the balls of your feet, heels, and the outer knife edge. Beautiful. Walk your hands in. Keep your right hand under the right shoulder. Bring your left hand to your low back. If it's too much with a flat palm, totally take spider fingers. Now start to turn the chest open to the left. Maybe left arm reaches up. Beautiful open twist.
And then let your left hand replace the right hand to your low back. Create length in the spine. Turn the torso to the right. And then maybe right arm reaches up. Release right hand. Bring your hands to your hips. And with the flat back, let's come up. Pivot your left foot now. Bend into that left knee and find warrior two pose. So remember that heel to arch alignment. We have external rotation first time today. Arms open up. Drishti is over the left middle finger. See if you can give me a little more bend in that front knee. If it feels safe. And then reverse, left palm up. Right arm reaches down the back leg. Gaze is either up to the left hand or down to the right foot. If you want to go for the bind, left arm reaches for your middle upper back. Sometimes I take my right hand, I push down on the elbow, and that will give me a little more reach. Bend the right elbow then, take the hands behind you, maybe clasp the fingers. One side's usually more accessible. You can always use your shirt or a prop, strap. You can even lean back into that left arm. Good. Back to warrior two. Straighten your front leg and say ah. Heel toe your right foot in. A little shorter stance for triangle. Arms extend, hips go back. Left hand to the shin or a block. Make sure you're not putting a lot of weight here. We want the reach, the opening. Again, you could take bicep over ear and streamline. Maybe lean back into it today. Ah, so good. Down to the left foot to release. Right arm picks you back up. Hands on hips, pivot left foot in. Inhale, we lengthen again. Exhale, hinge. This time, hands in line with your feet. Start to bend your elbows, lowering the crown to the ground. So opportunity to invert. If you want a little more stretch, turn your hands away from you so the fingers start to walk back. Maybe the crown of the head reaches closer to your mat. Important to note here, the wider your legs, the easier it is to get the crown of the head down, right? So if you shorten your stance, you may even feel more stretch. 3 more breaths. Our head is below our heart, so we gain so many benefits from an inversion. And then we're going to walk our hands forward. We're going to come to Skandasana. So you're going to turn your right foot out in a 45-degree angle. Really bend into that right knee. Keep the left leg straight and maybe come onto your heel so the toes face up. It's okay if the right heel lifts. We all have a unique way of getting into this position. You could stay here if you want to work on balance, hands at heart center. You may even go for a bind, wrapping this right arm around the shin and the left arm comes behind. A little more advanced, but we can be playful. Keep flexing the left toes. And then when we want to switch, bring your hands down and transfer, left toes out, left knee bends. So you might stay here and get this yummy, yummy stretch. Okay, and then I'm going to play, adding on, left arm behind, right arm wraps around. Keep opening the chest. And then when you're ready to release, come back to forward fold, straighten the legs, hands on your hips, and with a flat back, come up. So one more external rotation. I want to turn your toes out now and your heels stay in. We're going to find like a squatting pose. So make sure you're not like sticking your butt back and make sure you're not like tucked under like a scary dog. Kind of find that neutral. Bring your hands onto your knees and then just take your right shoulder to the center, look left. Come back up. Left shoulder to the center, look right. Good, do it one more time. Center, right, look left. Center, left shoulder dips, look right. Just so good, right? And then goddess pose, you can open your arms out like a cactus. Maybe sink a little lower. Maybe today right heel reaches up. And then reroute, maybe left. Little shaking's okay. Reroute, maybe both heels for 3. Sink lower, but keep them lifted for 2. Sink lower, you got it. Root, rise,
Hands on hips. Turn your torso to the front. Soften this front leg. Step your back foot up to meet it. Should feel good to close. We clean the slate here. Inhale, arms reach. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, root your hands. Jump, step, walk, lower. Inhale, up. Exhale, meet in down dog. Walk your hands to the back of your mat. And like a rag doll, just slowly come up to stand. Okay, balance pose today is our tree pose, adding in with variations. So let's root into our left standing leg. My level 1's little kickstand with the right foot. Level 2 calf, 3 above the knee. If you have half lotus, feel free to take it. So make sure the hips are squared forward, hands at heart center. Find your focal point, couple feet in front. Adding on, you can open your branches. Today I'm going to give you opportunity to extend out. So left hand on the left hip, peace sign fingers hook your right big toe. So hip is already externally rotated. So if you want, you can extend the right leg out. Maybe left arm out. Have a soft smile on the lips no matter what variation you're in. And if you fall out, who cares? It's not how many times you fall, it's how many times you try again. Now close the hip, bend the right leg, and then extend the right leg for 3. Work that hip flexor for 2. 1, kick up and lower. Good. Transfer the weight on each leg, go back and forth. Let's do the other side. Right leg roots. My level 1's kickstand. Here we go. 2, calf, 3, inner hip, inner thigh. Half lotus. So if you're working on half lotus, one thing I want to show you how I first got it is I took my left arm, I reached behind for my right elbow, and then I held on to this right foot. Do you see what I'm doing here? And then eventually, you can trust this leg to stay on its own. Hands can come to heart center. Open the branches, right? So we get to play with any yoga pose. Adding in variations, arm balance, inverting, peace sign fingers if you want to try today. So another tool, right? If you've got a piece of furniture nearby, hold on to it. That way you have more stability. You might even get more length and opening in that left hip. Right? Don't let your ego stand in the way. And then as you trust it, oh look, I can take my right hand off, Mom. Oh look, I can extend my right arm, Mom. Oh look, I can look over my right hand. And then you close the knee, extend the leg, flex your foot for 3, last 2, and 1, kick up. Good job, everybody. Top of the mat, releasing, coming down into hip opening. Inhale, arms reach up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, we lengthen. Exhale, root your hands, jump, step, walk back. Your choice, meet in down dog. Work through the vinyasa. Maybe hold up dog for a moment. You can even look over the right shoulder, maybe pick right leg up. Reroot, chin through center, look over left. Pick up, reroot, meet in down dog. So we're going to drop to our knees, and we're going to find a double pigeon today. So the right shin will be parallel to the top of your mat. We're going to pick this left leg up. We're just going to cradle it like a baby. I'm going to give you an option if double pigeon's not in your practice as well. You'll get the same benefit. But if you can, try to line up your ankle over your knee and your knee over your opposite ankle. So it's like sticks of fire or logs. Again, if you've got your prop, use it to fill space. If this is not in your practice, I want you to have your left shin in front and you're going to come into forward fold Sukhasana. But if you're able to try the double pigeon, it's an amazing hip opener. It's a 2-for-1 special today. So you could use your elbows to put weight on the ankle and the knee to get them closer together. I find that if I flex my feet, that gives me more sensation. So you can try, see if that works for you. And then you can just walk your arms forward. You can bend forearms. You can even take your hands and push into the soles of the feet. And we're going to try to stay for 5 breaths as we open the hips. Getting a little quieter as we observe our thoughts. And try to not attach anything to them. Okay.
We catch ourselves going into the drama, and then we go back into the present, into our breath. What we can control. So once you've finished 5 breaths, you can walk yourself back in. Just lean back a little bit and cross your legs. And then just windshield wiper your legs left and right. Keep the knees bent. For time purposes, I just want to come right to the other side. So now we'll try left shin parallel to the top of the mat. This side's going to be different, so don't judge the experience. I always like to kind of give the right hip an idea, like, all right, you're next, buddy. So you can hook under, just create a like little baby. And then we try 6 of fire, double pigeon. So both shins parallel. So this side may be more open, or this side maybe you use your prop. Kind of see where it's at. And again, if this isn't working for you, just switch the cross to your legs. So your right shin's in front. You're going to get this stretch, I promise you, just hinging forward. Okay? Again, if you want more, take the elbows, lean forward. This may be enough. You could flex your feet. That may be enough. Walk your hands forward. Maybe bring the ground to your forehead. Use your prop. And then 5 breaths in, some discomfort, some intensity, but nothing painful. We've got this, especially knowing it's temporary. Again, you can push into the soles of the feet for your final breath. And then slowly stack the spine. Good. Bring your hands behind you. Let's take a reverse table. You can windshield wiper a couple times just before we do it. Feet in line with sits bones. Hands come about 6 inches behind you. You're going to lift your hips up nice and high. Once they're as high as your knee, you can either look to the ceiling or drop your head. If you want to take reverse plank, straightening out the legs, that's available for you. Also, open that mouth, stick out your tongue. Ah. And then slowly lower. Extend both of your legs out. Let's take the sole of the right foot inside left thigh. Jani Shussasana A. Inhale, arms reach up. Hinge forward. You can reach for your foot if you've got your strap nearby. If you want a little more, cross your wrists. So take your right hand to the blade of the foot and left hand overlaps. Pull in. So it's almost like a tree pose on the earth. We feel the alignment. We take a screenshot. And then slowly come up. Go ahead and root your right foot in line with the sitting bone. Your left hand could stay outside the left hip. Reach your right arm up. See if you can come inside the right knee and reach for the left foot. Some of you can go for bind. Take your right arm around the shin, the left arm then behind your back, and then you could fold in this way. It's okay if the right sitting bone lifts up. Again, just do the stretch that feels better for you. Maybe you try this way and you can do it, but you actually like the way it feels folding in this way. And then slowly release, switch sides. Right leg extends, bend the left knee. So find that tree pose. Sole left foot inside. Inhale, arms reach. Lengthen, reach. You can grab for your foot. You can use your strap. You can take left hand to the blade edge. Right hand could cross over, bend in. 3 locations you feel this. The right hammy, the left hip, the low back. Slowly release. Now sole left foot in line with the sits bone. Right hand comes to the outside the right hip. Left arm reaches up. Bring it inside the knee. See if you can reach for your foot. So you might just fold in here. If you want to bind, left arm around the shin, right arm behind, and then you could fold in.
So again, you may feel this more on the right hamstring. You might get this juicy stretch in your spine. Or you might prefer the first option. No right or wrong. Explore. And then meet back. Spine release. Soles of the feet together. Draw the heels in. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, lead with the heart. Never steers you wrong. You can use your arms against the shins and knees. Keep the blades of your feet together, but open the inner arches. Maybe your heart lowers. Eventually, you can let the weight of your head go as well. Sometimes I'll even interlace my hands behind my head and let the weight kind of take me down. A little more traction. When you're ready to release, walk your hands in, feel your shoulders above your hips, close your knees, and let's find our way onto our backs. We made it, right? As per usual. Never regretting rolling out your yoga mat. So take a glimpse of this moment. We're going to do 2 back bends today since you're super open. First opportunity is bridge. Knees bend. Push into your soles of the feet. Lift those hips up. So some days I like my hands just hanging out. Others I like to interlace, bringing right and left shoulder in together. Push into the blades of your hands. If you're feeling open and want more, lift your heels. See if that gives you a little more room. As you breathe in, belly rise. As you breathe out, contracting, flattening out. And then slowly release upper, middle, low back. So second round, you could repeat. You could also try reaching your arms overhead. Push into the 10 fingernails to lift your hips. So you take out the shoulders. Maybe today you try your full wheel, hands in line with ears, coming to the crown of the head. And then pushing into the hands, straightening your arms. Lift your hips. When you're ready to release, always tuck the chin, keeping everything safe, and then just draw the knees in. Give yourself a massage, rock side to side. Into happy baby. Today I'd like you to try, if it's okay, to reach for the heels and see what that feels like as you draw the right knee towards your right armpit, left knee towards left. Long spine so the chin slightly tucks and the tailbone lengthens. Of course, if you're not able to reach for your heels, shins are fine. Outer edges of your feet are fine. But there's something that's nice about adding this weight to the heel and this beautiful external rotation. Eventually into legs up the wall. If you have shoulder stand or plow in your practice, feel free to take it. If you've got a visitor, any glaucoma issues, detached retina, you'll join me in legs up the wall. Letting all the circulation flow down from the feet to the hips. If you did take plow and you'd like to move into shoulder stand or vice versa, some people do shoulder stand then plow. About 30 more seconds here. And then let's meet back in legs up the wall. And for our last bit of core work, we're going to take our palms, turn them down, flex your feet, and try to lower the legs as if it was a mermaid tail, right? Like one leg. And then draw your right knee in. With your peace sign finger, see if you can hook for the toe. This may look familiar if you open your left arm out like a wing. Open that right hip. You can extend the right leg out. Did we do this earlier? Yeah, right? So this is what the alignment feels like. Again, if you've got your strap, this is a good place to start. And then we're going to close the leg, rebend the knee. Now the right arm opens out like a wing, so your left hand could take the knee across the body for twist. Turning the head to the right. Once again, the heart wide open. And the head will release to center first, then let the knee release, extending the leg. And then just hug the left knee in. You can make a little basket around the shin. And then externally rotate the hip. Maybe your peace sign fingers hook the big toe. Maybe the arm can open like a wing. And just try. Even if you don't get the leg fully straight, you'll feel the external rotation occurring. But we have no issues with balance because we've got the universe supporting us. Mother Nature, Earth, whatever is your bigger picture. No matter what religion, there's something out there that has to have our back. It's bigger than us, right? And then you can close that leg back in, bend the knee, left arm like a wing, right hand grabs outside the thigh, spinal twist. Knee draws right, head turns left. Head releases first, then the knee, and then extend. Final draw in. Curl up into a little ball. Maybe the forehead and your knees can come towards each other. And then soles of the feet come together. Supta Baddha Konasana. You could do your goddess arm. Left hand on heart, right hand on belly. Maybe fingers gently touch above your head. And just feel like these layers are being lifted so that you can tune back into what you love. Part your lips, relax the tongue, soften every muscle of your face. Relax the shoulders and the glutes, the arms, the legs, fingers and the toes. Staying here as long as you wish, eventually coming into Shavasana, letting your arms release, extending the legs. And if this song did not come in at the most divine time, I am love, then I don't know what does. A minute here, complete Shavasana, soaking it all in.
Really, really gently, I want you to deep the breath. A little bit of movement as you're ready. Head side to side, maybe your fingers and toes. Gather knees in. Extend the right arm, fetal pose. And then coming back up, keep your eyes soft. Any comfortable seat. Hands at heart center. Bowing your chin to your fingertips. Know that whenever something on the outside isn't feeling right, maybe you can place your finger on it and maybe you can't. To go back to doing what you love, and you will always be supported. Thank you so much for showing up, for joining me in this amazing practice that literally transforms your life whether you want it to or you don't. Namaste.